By now, most of you have read and seen videos of the Sijimali protests in the Rayagada district of Odisha, where tribals are protesting against the operationalization of Vedanta's bauxite mining project and the violence that broke on April 7 this year after a pre-dawn raid by armed personnel in Kontamar village. But I'm not here to repeat the obvious headlines or walk you through the timelines that you've already seen. I'm here to talk about the larger picture, certain facts that often get buried, the politics shaping the narrative, and the bizarre silence and the shifting political position of parties in Odisha that many have overlooked before forming or influencing public opinion. Now, why is this information important? Because to understand an issue in its entirety, you need to look at the power dynamics, the recurring patterns, and the nexus with the mining giants. Let's go back to February 2023. Vedanta becomes the preferred bidder for the Sijimali bauxite block in the Rayagada and Kalahandi districts of Odisha. Guess whose government is in power then? The BJD, the Biju Janata Dal run by Mr. Naveen Patnaik. Even the land acquisition for the said approach road construction, for which the local communities have been vehemently objecting, was entrusted to IDCO in January 2024 during the BJD government. The present BJP government just moved forward with the project and has now gotten the forest diversion clearance for the road. It is crucial to understand BJD's role here because until the violent clashes in April this year, BJD had not said a word against the Vedanta project or visited the protest site. The tribals have been protesting since 2023. It's only after the clash that BJD MLA Raja Swai visited Kontamar. The MLA said that he was deeply moved by the alleged police excesses. Such actions have no place in a democratic society and they will stand by the tribals in their struggle. Now here's the catch. Raja Swai was never sent there by the BJD Supremo Naveen Patnaik. He went there on his own volition, and since he had given a media bite in Bhubaneswar stating his visit, BJD leaders and workers from undivided Koraput districts flogged Kantamal to save the party image, and that was later claimed as the official BJD delegation conducting on-ground investigation. The duty ended with BJD calling a presser with all its senior tribal leaders, addressing it and demanding Madam President's intervention in the matter. Naveen Patnaik is yet to comment on the whole issue. Now this is the same BJD government under whose tenure major environmental conflicts and crackdowns unfolded in Odisha. From the 2006 Kalinga Nagar firing in Jajpur, where tribal protesters opposing Tata Steel's mega plant were killed, to the Niyamgiri movement resisting Vedanta's proposed bauxite mining in an ecologically and culturally sensitive area. It is also the same government that diverted 136 crores in 2021 from the district mineral foundation funds meant for the direct welfare of mining affected communities through investments in healthcare, education, drinking water and livelihoods towards the construction of an international hockey stadium in Rourkela. Ironically, the stadium was named after Birsa Munda, a tribal icon who fought against exploitation and displacement. I watched a few videos that talk of Vedanta being one of the top donors of BJP via electoral bonds and direct donations, and hence the influence, hence the support to Vedanta by the current ruling party. Ideally, political donations shouldn't act as a deterrent for a ruling party to back its own people, vehemently fighting for their own rights, but that is how crony capitalism works. We shouldn't forget that while Vedanta has donated over 200 crores to the Bharatiya Janata Party as electoral bonds, it has also donated over 100 crores to Congress and 40 crores to BJD. In fact, if you look at the complete electoral bonds data, the first choice of political donation for mining and infra giants is the BJP, followed by the Biju Janata Dal of Odisha. Out of the total 775 crores that the BJD received through these bonds, most were from giants like SL Mining, Utkal Alumna, Jindal Steel, Vedanta, Rumta Sons, Triveni Earth Movers, etc., etc. Now, for the Congress, which has a strong hold in southern Odisha, it has always been a pro-tribal narrative. Interestingly, for its MLA Kadraka Appalaswamy representing Rayagada, where the Sijimali protests are taking place, he was one among the signatories of a memorandum advocating the operationalization of the Vedanta mines for development of the district. This memorandum was submitted to the Chief Minister through the District Collector in the past. It appreciated the government for giving Sijimali to Vedanta Limited and urged the CM to take strong action against those trying to mislead the people. It stated that Maitri Infrastructure, engaged by Vedanta for mines development, is working for the welfare of the people in Rayagada district for the last 20 years. But right after the clashes, the MLA took a complete U-turn and went with another 12 members of the Congress fact-finding committee to Kontamal village on April 10 to show solidarity with the tribal inhabitants against the alleged police action and support their opposition to the road being constructed by the district administration. Now, with all this explanation, I come to one simple point. Areas like Koraput, Rayagada, Kolahandi, Malkangiri, they become offbeat destinations for people, places of untouched beauty. But when the original inhabitants of places like Sijimali protest for their land, their rights, they become a threat to law and order. And in the modern grammar of development, they're definitely a barrier. This also leads me to one final question. Who actually protects the tribal rights when power and corporate money are intertwined and when political parties trade positions? One thing is clear. These projects expose how India's biggest parties talk differently in power and opposition, and the appropriation of resources from mineral-rich lands always has a political undertone and follows a pattern. It depends on us if we are smart enough to understand it.